happens when we assemble the marvels of a new season of Life After Lockup? What's Brooke fighting about? And why did they have to shoot the same scene twice if it's reality? To answer this and many more alarming questions, allow me to take us back to the beginning. Hello and welcome to Lord Lukan. It's time to give your fuss a damn good kicking as we look behind the next season of Life After Lockup. In today's show, JK doesn't understand irony.
You don't even look pregnant.
I am.
Juju puts Millsy in his place.
Easy to say from a mama's boy.
Karen's back.
Y'all really brought me here for this?
And Demo Dick's a sought after man.
Boy is mine.
All this and more right here on the Lord Lukan channel.
Want to do something special for you?
Lord have mercy.
How goes it, Cuckoo and Chisu to you? Big loves to those who've subscribed, you beautiful people. And Theodent toothpaste to the lords and ladies of the Lukan Manor. So then, my magnificent muffin, we're on the verge of another super duper season of Life After Lockup, and they've got an all-star Diamante-studded cast for you. So we're gonna take a look at who's in it and what they've been getting their grubby little paws into since we last saw them. Right, let's see who we've got, shall we? Well, couple number one are these delights.
Hey, y'all gotta get up out of here.
Yes, indeed. Demo, Dick and Kiana are back. And blimey, looks like they thawed out Sophie from the Golden Girls to keep an eye on them. All that PS5 flinging and sleeping with the baby mama from last season, well, they'll be back this season to fling some more home furnishings and sleep with the baby mama again. Probably.
We got one problem, and that's my baby mama.
But baby mama, Zawalia, is also back with some dodgy headwear. I mean, did she get this from the Judge Judy collection on Temu? Anyway, she's back and trying to bag herself the man Demo Dick from under the watchful eye of Kiana. But it would also appear that since we last saw them, Demo Dick has pulled a move a bit like Gino. Instead of sending his current girlfriend's naughty pics to his ex, a la Gino, he decided to send his ex's naughty pictures to his present girlfriend.
Look at all the stuff she done did. Posted my pictures.
I mean, I've always known Demo Dick was a genius, but to be on par with the almighty Gino? Now that's a reality status right there. Got to say, it's not like she's been keeping those bad boys under wraps herself. She's also had a go at some tax fraud. Tax preparing. Yeah, sure. Just like the boss lady, who we'll be getting into shortly. But luckily for us, Jawalia does actually address that wig online. I'll never get a blonde shirt hairstyle again. Hairstyle? Never mind. ND, here they come lying. Oh, you were so cute. Lied to me knowing the way I looked. Is it like a twat? Ah, so I bet the producers were like, yeah, you totally don't look like Leslie Nielsen. Of course you don't look like Steve Martin. I love how you can tell what side a person sleeps on by their glasses.
Boy is mine.
Well, currently her position is the little spare spoon on the side, but she's got designs on winning Demo Dick again. Will Kiana push back on their side quest, or will Jawalia just be pushing back on Demo Dick? And what's all this going on in the toilet?
What was that?
It appears she says, what the fuck was that?
What was that?
Must have just got his cock out. So, any thoughts on that? Well, here's my thought. Lalu loved to have a toilet door cliffhanger. Derek did one, Chance did one, Elvis and George Michael did ones too. But that doesn't mean we'll be seeing anything unusual. But some people can be jolly friendly in there, apparently. Here's my take. Demo Dick has snuck out to take Jawali on a date, which they're deviously hovering with. It's just a kid thing. You know, we have one of those, and apparently we care about it when it suits us. But during the time, they disappear to the toilet, and Kiana happens to call Demo Dick at this critical point in time. Totally not tipped off by the crew. And whilst on the phone to Demo Dick, Kiana hears some commotion. And so she gets in her crappy Jeep to find out what's going on, and ends up throwing a shoe. Hopefully. Well, that's my take. Anyway, next on the roster are the OGs of Lalu. The people I would consider to be the first family of the lockup. The lady of the couple always gets what she wants, which last season was some babies, but this season, it's all about one thing.
You're so pretty.
The Mills. It's been a while. So, for this season, Judy has told Mike that her dream wedding is the most important thing in his life. But what about Mike? Those dreams of rapperhood? Well, Mr. Warehouse Manager seems to be going through a little bit of a midlife crisis and is wearing full biker gear. I bet it's not a cool bike though, or he's probably borrowed it off of Mocha again. It's probably typical Montana Mills stuff. He'll go around pretending he's a biker, but it turns out he's working for DoorDash or something. He's even got a new hairdo. Bit too thin on the front for an Edgar, really, but I think we're about to witness his midlife mentalness coming out. Although, it seems a bit more of the same old story.
Not ready to spend money on a wedding when you're not ready to call your family.
So, it would appear that she's not communicating with her parents again. A bit like the last season where she didn't talk to Roz, moaned that she didn't care, pretending all the time that she was stoic and being brave and strong, then calls her mum up and is all like, I need you here, it's an emergency.
I'm going through some stuff right now. I just need you to come out. It's an emergency.
Which totally wasn't an emergency, they just needed it for the views. And then acts like she's all done by because the woman who co-signs everything for her and helped raise her kids isn't giving her the main character treatment that she thinks she deserves. Which, is pretty typical Juju behaviour. Don't let anyone do anything for you so you can chastise and make them feel guilty about it later on. She makes this face when she does that. It's kind of eyebrow raised, stoic bitch routine. We've seen it so many times.
Easy to say from a mama's boy.
Ah, yes, and her second most regular behaviour, reminding Mike that he's nothing without her money and generally a bit useless. Oh, Justine, you always make me look stupid.
Easy to say from a mama's boy.
I think she said, keys to the safe, mother-loving mama's boy, presumably reminding him that she's the breadwinner round here, young sir. People in the Mills' comments usually praise the couple for being natural and genuine. Yeah, I bet their scenes aren't directed. Hang on a second. So I wonder why they reshot Mills leaving a conversation briskly twice. Once just sort of running, and the second time there's a new person on the stairs too. Ooh, and look at this. I hope this person doesn't give away the address. Oh, yes he does. But who are we watching? Well, this is Jay. He's a barber, and the latest sucky-fucky Klingon to orbit the Mills. Now, I've covered this guy before, but I wanted to revisit the video and see if there's any little giveaways. Now, we first meet Jay here, on stage, at the massively successful bit at Clayton's South Padre Island beach party. Well, these two at the front were having a whale of a time. But this is our guy here, front of stage, and dressed better than the act themselves, and is now part of the series, giving us a delightful glimpse behind the scenes. Nice, notorious mirror selfies. Could have given it a wipe though, couldn't you? Just saying. And here he is, in a bin liner he's repurposed as a body warmer. Beautiful, and it gets this lovely footage of the film crew filming somewhere in Las Vegas. If only there was enough details in this shot to figure out where it might be. Hang on a second. Here we are at the Crestwood Avenue, Nevada. And here we have Polo's Chicken. Now, the Google car was very kind and even drove us into the car park, where we get to play a game of Spot the Chef. Now, we know this little food van is open. See? Little line of people outside. But where did the chef go? Did he do one as soon as the Google car arrived? Well, let's check the back to see if he's there. Can't see anyone. There's plenty of chicken cooking, but up there he is. Look, there he is, hiding down there. Not a very good hiding place. We totally found you. But does he come out of hiding? I know. Let's pretend like we're walking away, and then we'll see if he pops back up. A little bit forward. Oh, no, he's still hiding. Okay, a little bit more. How about now? No, one more time. Act casual. Ah, you cheeky chef. Crapped off when we weren't looking. The guy in the fluorescent outfit sees an opportunity though. It appears to be going buffet style on him. So, why were they even filming here? Is there anything vaguely plotty that we can find? Well, there's no recording studios here. Got the Mills Appreciation Society's lunchtime gathering, but there is a Coolsville tattoo. Ooh, $10. Bet you get a great job for $10. Anyways, let's enjoy a little trip around his house, which totally isn't the Mills' place. And this is where we get to see them recording Mike leaving his scenario twice. Must have been shit the first time. And then he cuts back to himself, sniffing his fingers. Lovely. So, who are the next couple? Well, it's another couple that come in a three. And one of the ladies needs no introduction from me.
Y'all really brought me here for this?
Oh yes, it's everyone's favourite gummy munching coochie spraying bat out of hell, Karen. Not to be confused with Aughra from the Dark Crystal. And she's brought her two petulant children along with her. Troy, who brought a twig to a branch convention, and Zula, the non-profit defrauding duo, are back. And this time they're packing twice as much heat, as not only does Troy have his mother, but he also has his ex. And much like Demo Dick's story, Troy, who brought a baton to a pole vault convention, is stuck between his baby mama, and his volatile nag in a bag.
He has to see her without me.
Why? Do you think she still has feelings for him?
Absolutely.
Well, he can't see it with you because you turn into a moody teenager and strop until Troy, who brought a pickle to a cucumber convention, gets back to your kid and your life. Now we get an example of why Troy, who brought a roll-up to a cigar convention, cannot and will not let baby mama go.
I'm always love you.
See, that was like 2 seconds, but we can hear him moaning about how hard it is to live with his warden.
I'm always love you.
Always late, cheers. I can totally believe that. I bet you send him to the shop for bread and milk, and he comes back like 3 hours later with some Haribo and Pokemon cards. The problem isn't that Troy, who brought a plantain to a banana convention, is a bit stupid and, mostly useless. It's also because he lives with Miss Bull Basher USA, who will tear him several new ones in the process of reciting all his past misdemeanors, but will conveniently forget about herself sleeping with some guy, because, that was also Troy's fault. But this reliance he has on his ex to be his agony aunt and discuss his marital problems with is never a good idea. She's not your confidant. She's not your shoulder to cry on. She's the mother of your child, and that's where it should end. But don't get rid of Karen, because, we like Karen, even if she does forget to wear her knickers.
Y'all really brought me here for this?
But all this mother's boy who won't leave his ex alone reminds me of a couple. What if I was to say ballsack sofa? Well, presumably these two people might pop into that delightfully beautiful head of yours. A head that I hope has remembered to hit subscribe and tickle your like for me. I thank you very much.
Want to do something special for you?
Lord have mercy.
Yes, indeed. James Kenneth and his harem of Texan beauties, Brooke and the other one. They're filming Brooke from the chest up to hide a bump that was produced here in Grandma's medical nightmare room. Romantic. Well, they're all back to scrap over the last turkey in, well, you wouldn't settle if this was the last turkey anywhere, really, would you? Let alone Texas, wasn't it? There's some turkey left in outer Mongolia. Well, pack my shorts, Jeeves.
You don't even look pregnant.
I am.
But like before, James Kenneth is pretending like he doesn't like his ex, whilst managing to spend rather a long time with her.
You don't even look pregnant.
I am.
Really? I mean, really, you can turn that in, sunshine, can't you? You and that extra padding of yours can't go round here throwing pretty around. Let's check you out, Mr. Awesome of Buttfuck Nowhere. I bet you're the catch of the town, like gonorrhea.
Are you using right now?
If people ask you the question, bro, I'm tired of answering.
He says through his Colombian cold.
Ask you the question, bro, I'm tired of answering.
Yes, indeed, it's the return of the age-old question. How high? And in James Kenneth's case, probably currently cruising at 50,000 feet. But his mum's on the case and he throws a tantrum whenever she asks him.
Makes me question whether he's telling me the truth.
Man, that's not all the couple are bringing. Not to be outdone by James Kenneth, Brooke decides that she's going to go around the exes and get a little touchy-feely too. And it all gets a bit more slap and a bit less tickle.
Talk get hit.
Well, she looked like she was the one getting hit after talking shit where I was standing. So, they'll be back with their pending arrival of the baby variety very soon. Speaking of babies and talking shit,
I like it. My love story is unique, dark, dramatic, and overdue.
I'm sorry to inform you that Coraline is back. What the hell? Why? I thought she did the whole, yeah, well, he's gay and stuff, and tapped out. But she's one that the producers have teased anticlimaxes with before. So when we see her in a wedding dress,
I like it. My love story is unique, dark, dramatic.
I don't think she's getting married. I think she's just trying them on. And her story isn't overdue, is it? It's shit. She's a lazy and a stroppy kid, and him, well, he's got a new musical instrument. You knew it wasn't a musical thing. You knew that it was, of course, an ignition interlock device. To make the car go, you have to blow. A phrase that JK might have uttered in the past. There's their website. This person is overjoyed at the prospect. Who knew DUIs were so much fun? Apparently, you have to blow into it several times to keep it in motion. A phrase that JK might have uttered in the past.
Please stop filming me.
What was I thinking?
Allow me to assist with this one. She was thinking it might look like she didn't want to be filmed if she said,
Please stop filming me.
which just looked like she totally wanted them to film her dramatic no butt. And he was thinking maybe I'll cash in for a couple of episodes. All I have to do is put up with her. Oh, damn it. The next couple are on their way, and I'd like to see if you can guess who I'm talking about before I reveal them. Okay, here we go. He proposed at Christmas in the rain. Pause, for thought. Then they got married in a basement with scrunchies for rings, and the Steve Seagal fan club were the witness. That's right, it is of course Courtney and Will. Courtney's a wee bit bigger than she was before, and Will for some reason is slightly shorter.
Who have you been sleeping with?
What?
In my little mind, she's not sleeping with anybody, but I bet she's still doing great business with those sugar daddies. Doug the Gouty Hunter probably still has her on MSN chat, but for Will, the creator of a furry dating app, it's more deep than that. And the truth is out there somewhere.
The truth this time, I think.
You only knew.
He probably does. It's just probably not as bad as he thinks it is. Whereas she really doesn't care. She'll happily belittle him and laugh at him. I suppose the good thing about her is that she's not got her legs open. Just her DMs.
You're more bitch than I am. I spent 2 years with 600 bitches. I know what a bitch is. You classify as one.
If I was being called a bitch, I also wouldn't want to sit there drinking from the world's smallest bottle of water. Or maybe it's actually a normal size and he's just grown a bit. But one thing is for sure, there'll be less rope and butt plugs. And, we're just, sort of basically no rope or butt plugs. The last couple is a couple who have just about managed to both be out of prison at the same time. It's our boss tax lady Letitia and Keith. Have you ever noticed how they look really similar? The nose, the lips, the eyebrow, they even mirror each other. They say that if a couple have so many similar features, it's a sign of narcissism, as they find people who look like themselves more attractive.
My man, and I'm real good.
Oh my God.
Which is now a slightly more interesting thing to have said.
Feel damn good waking up to her. I love rolling over, seeing them cheeks.
So, there they were, the class of life after Lockup 2025. And of course, I'll be here to review the chaos afterwards. But what do you think? Do you think I've called it right, or do you think I've missed a trick? Well, we'll have to watch together to find out. Thank you so much for joining me for our little soiree into the new season. It's been a pleasure as always to have you here at the Manor. If you like what I do, then do please like, subscribe, and try one of these little beauties. So until we meet again, stay beautiful, love to my three, and you take care of yourself.